Every year, 5,000 teenagers are dying due to a problem that can be prevented. The problem is underage drinking. Not only can teenagers harm others while intoxicated, but they're also harming themselves even more. All of you know someone who enjoys drinking regularly, but do you know how this is affecting their brain? I've done extensive research on alcohol affecting the brain and have witnessed firsthand on the effects of alcohol. Drinking alcohol while your brain is still developing can alter this process and can leave you with potential brain damage that can affect you for the rest of your life. I would like to inform you on what alcohol does to the teenage brain and how it can change your life forever. Alcohol has many harmful effects. Today, I'd like to inform you on why teenage drinking is dangerous, how alcohol affects learning, and how alcohol affects your memory. First, I'd like to inform you on why teenage drinking is dangerous. Alcohol is the most misused drug by teenagers in the United States. According to McLeanHospital.org, which is a study by the director of the Neurodevelopment Laboratory on Addictions and Mental Health at McLean Hospital, Dr. Marissa's research has shown that the younger a person is when they start drinking, the greater chance of an alcohol problem later on in life. The risk is even greater if the person has a family history of alcohol use disorder. Dr. Marissa also used research from the CDC study on alcohol affecting teenagers. They asked high school students about their activities in the previous 30 days. 33% of students said they drank some alcohol. 18% reported they were binge drinking, and 8% said they drove after consuming alcohol. Just this year, a girl I went to high school with died due to drinking and driving. She drank all the time with her friends and was always at a party. She had been drinking with some of her friends and just decided she wanted to go home. Instead of calling someone to come pick her up, she chose to drive herself. Not only did she wreck and die, but she also killed the person she hit. Her family was heartbroken because they knew they could have gotten her help and could have prevented this from ever happening. She used to be a smart girl, but when she started drinking, her grades began to fail and soon became a failing student. This led to her becoming depressed, which only made her want to drink more. Next, I want to explain to you how alcohol affects learning. Teenage drinking can have a harmful impact on cognitive functions such as your concentration, memory, and attention for 48 hours. According to the website St. Law EDU, written by Dr. Jenny Schwartz, if you get intoxicated on the last Friday of classes, your ability to study for finals on Saturday and Sunday will be impaired. This in turn could have a negative impact on your ability to perform during your Monday exams. Drinking can cause students to have a positive blood alcohol content and can affect whether or not they even show up for class the next day. If they do show up, the students' focus levels are low and they can barely concentrate. If this continues, students will begin to receive failing grades and will not be able to retain the information they need to succeed. I also have a personal story dealing with the danger of alcohol affecting your learning. When I was 13, my parents used to be friends with this man around the age of 35. He used to drink excessively. Every time I was around him, he always had a drink. He told me that he started drinking when he was 16 and has not stopped since. He also told me he cannot remember much from his teenage years. All he can remember is being drunk all the time, which led to him dropping out of college. He said he dropped out because he could not retain the information he needed for his classes and chose to drink and party instead of doing his homework and studying. His drinking problem then led to him getting divorced and falling out of contact with his children. Finally, I'd like to tell you how alcohol affects your memory. Alcohol interferes with the drinker's ability to form memories. According to pubsni.gov, an article composed by the senior science editor for alcohol research and health, Suzanne Hiller, and a professor, H. Scott Schwarzleiter, the professor in the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Science. Alcohol disrupts a person's ability to form new, lasting memories to a greater extent than it interferes with the ability to recall previously established memories or to hold new information for just a few seconds. The hippocampus is a part of the brain that is greatly affected by alcohol. While studying humans, some patients had the inability to form new explicit memories due to brain damage in the hippocampus. Alcohol damages or even destroys these cells, which causes the fuzzy memories or even blackouts. Damaging your hippocampus in your teenage years can affect your brain's ability to learn and remember things for the rest of your life. In conclusion, I would like to remind you the purpose of my speech was to inform you about the many dangers of teenage drinking. I informed you of the many dangers of alcohol harming teenagers. Teenage drinking is dangerous, affects your learning ability, and affects your memories. I did extensive research so I would be able to inform you with evidence on the effects of teenage drinking, and I was a first-hand witness on these effects. Remember, you do not have to drink to be cool. Staying away from alcohol will benefit you in the long run. Your body, friends, and family will thank you for it. The effects of teenage drinking can harm you for the rest of your life. By educating yourself and your friends of these effects, you'll be able to protect your health in the long run.